Birria Enchiritos done two ways. Trust the process, believe in yourself. This is gonna be a good meal. Let's go. Okay, we're gonna start by cutting our onions. We need onions for both the enchiritos and for the beans that we'll be making. So let's fine dice these. For the refried beans, we wanna start with a large can. This is a 30-ounce can of beans. Now you can make more or less, but this is what I'm going with. This is the brand that is most popular around here. I like black bean refried beans over the regular pinto beans. It's just a preference. You can use whatever one you want. But let's go ahead and open that. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna wanna drain all the juice out. It's really weird because some cans are really juicy and other cans are not, but you wanna get all the juice out. This one is not very juicy. I know that sounds weird, but you'll see. You wanna save that, you're gonna put that back into the beans. Now, let's go refry those beans. Okay, you wanna start by putting your pan on medium high. For every can, you want to add about 2 tablespoons of bacon grease or oil. And what we're going to do first, though, is we're going to cook some onions. We're going to put some onions in this refried beans. For every can, you want about a cup of onions. I want to guesstimate this here. Maybe a little more than a cup. It's really a preferential thing, honestly. The rest of these are going to go in the tacos. Since they're going to cook down, you can add as many onions as you want in here. We're just gonna cook these till they start to brown up just a tiny bit. All right, so these have softened up. They're just, I don't know if you can see it, but the corners are just starting to brown up a tiny bit. So what we wanna do is, I wanna check my oil level. I wanna put a little more bacon grease in there. Let's put a tiny bit more. It might seem like a tiny bit, but it's about maybe 2 tablespoons more. Might seem like a lot, but you'll see, it is not. So go ahead carefully, add your beans, then get the old potato masher. Just start mashing the beans in. And what you're doing is you're mashing them until you get the texture that you like. That's perfect for us. And just keep stirring. If you don't like refried beans because you don't like canned refried beans, these are not canned refried beans. In fact, I would argue that they're not even similar other than they have a bean. Their taste is different. They're meant more for an American palate. Trina does not like refried beans, but she likes these. Once I started making these a couple years ago, she's like, that's okay. But the canned stuff she doesn't like. This stuff she does like. It's just a whole different flavor profile. So my recommendation is try this recipe once, see how easy it is. Look, I mean, it's almost done, and see what you think. So you just keep cooking it until it starts to dry out. Then you're gonna add your juice in. So let's go ahead and add a little bit. I'm just gonna add about half of that. Just stir it all in, let it cook for a while, let it dry up. At this point, I'm gonna add some garlic powder, probably for that can, a tablespoon. I'm gonna add a good pinch of pepper and a very respectable pinch of salt, maybe a teaspoon of salt, probably a half teaspoon of pepper. Let's get the rest of that in there. Now you look at it and you're like, well, that's still kind of runny. Look, it just falls in on itself. This is gonna cool. And while I'm getting all the other ingredients and making the burger, I'm gonna need this to thicken up a little bit so it's more manageable. So this is done. That took, what, about 5 minutes, and you got your own home refried beans. These are chunkier. You can mash them up more if you want them creamy, but these are perfect for us. So I'm gonna set these aside and we're gonna get that burger started. All right, in this pan I have 3 pounds of burger that I defrosted. I thought I had fresh, I did not. We're gonna go ahead and get this ground up. Let's get our burger smasher, start getting it chopped up. All right, you already know how to make burgers, so when this is done, I'll get back to you on the seasonings. Here's where the magic happens. I've already cooked the meat. I've drained it off. Now I'm gonna put this on a medium because it doesn't need to be high anymore. Get it up to sizzling again before I do anything. So the meat's come back up to temp. And here's where the fun is, guys. I wanna start with my sauce. For every pound of meat, you want a half pound of liquid. It could be beef broth, it could be chicken, it could be water, it doesn't matter. What I've done here is I've done 50-50 Birria Consummé and water. So we're gonna put that in there. We're also gonna add, for every pound, you can have either a packet of your taco seasoning that is for a pound, or you can make your own. That's what we've done here. This is our own homemade taco seasoning. It's better than the store-bought, and I'm not saying that because it's ours, I'm saying because it's better. It's 2 tablespoons for every pound, so this is 6 tablespoons. We're gonna get that in there. Don't worry if it looks a little dry. You don't really want it wet because it's going in your burritos. You just want the seasonings and the herbs and everything that's in there to dissolve. So then what you wanna do for every pound is you wanna add 4 ounces of green chilies. So everything is incorporated. Everything smells amazing, but we're not done yet. For every pound of meat, you want like 2.5 to 3 ounces of cream cheese. Now you're like, that sure as heck don't belong in Mexican or Tex-Mex cooking. Texans think beans don't belong in chili, but I do, and I love them. So trust the process. Try it sometime. So you just want to incorporate that till it's melted. That'll take just a few minutes here. All of the cream cheese is incorporated. These are my favorite type of tortillas, flour. This is what we're making. It's an enchirito, so it's going to get a flour tortilla. Use anything you want. obviously use any tortilla you want, but these are personally the ones I'm using today, and they're my favorite. We're gonna use this chihuahua cheese. I think it's called chihuahua, but I like saying chihuahua. It's a good quesadilla cheese. It melts real well, it stays melted, and it doesn't get hard like a traditional American cheese would, like a cheddar or a Monterey Jack or Monterey. Monterey was actually a good one too, but you can use Oaxaca, you can use Chihuahua. Good cheese. Onions, birria meat from the birria that I made yesterday, the Birria Consummé, that's going in that beef that we had, that's going in there. And then of course you've already seen the beans and the ground meat. First thing I do is I'll make both of them for you, and then I'll get them all done. I put some beans down, not much, I just get them in the center. I add just a little layer of cheese. I want the cheese to be between the beans and the meat. I add some meat, a thin layer of onions, and then to wrap a burrito. Now, you're gonna find someone saying, oh, you don't wrap it that way, blah, 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 blah. I do. Take it over, so your fingers are over where the meat is. The meat's here. Pull it back, grab this. You want it to be straight. Roll it over once. Just keep an eye on it. Pull it, and then roll it. Now you wanna put this burrito seam down into your pan. Just put it in your pan, and then we'll keep moving. So for the birria beef, what we want to do is real simple here. It might be a little messy for you, but that's okay. Go ahead and pull your beef apart. What we'll do here is we're going to take a couple tablespoons or so of the birria, put right on top. Now, same thing, a little cheese, a little onion. Now you can add cilantro too if you want, like you could in the first one. You can add cilantro if you want. Wrap it up the same way, nice and tight. You get it in there, nice and tight. Put it in the pan. We'll have to cover it with foil. No cheese yet. We want these to get kind of crispy. You want it in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. We're gonna pull off the foil. We don't need that anymore. These have cooked real well. The bottoms are getting crispy. So now what we wanna do is we're gonna take our cheese, sprinkle it on top. I mean, really just get crazy with it. And we want to put it back in the oven for another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. There's our enchiritos. We will sauce them on the plate. Not everybody likes the red sauce or the birria sauce on top. So what we do is we sauce them on each plate. Again, that helps with the texture because we actually like it a little crispy. The bottom gets crispy, we like that. If you don't like it, that's okay. Put the sauce on early and then the cheese later. It's exactly like you like it. So let's plate this up. All right, all that birria flavor, all in these burritos. This is the Birria Beef Burrito. We're gonna have Trina try this with you guys. Let's see if we can get her in here. I know it's delicious. Let's see what she thinks. I see you. I see you sneaking. You creeping over there. Okay, there you go. Okay, okay, it's a little warm. It's hot, straight off the pan. So, and I poured the birria on it. Can't see it much. I think it absorbed in a little bit. What do you think?
The birria flavor is so good.
Is it potent or is it like right?
It's right. It
okay.
adds to the flavor, but that flavor is really good.
Well, good.
It's really good. And I like the beef too. I'm not a big burger fan, but this beef.
Well, that's not burger.
Right. I'm just saying.
Because our other burritos I showed you, they have the burger, component to it.
The one that they do.
All right. Well, good job.
It's really good.
You like it?
I do.
We're gonna have it again.
Of course, yes.
All right. We'll trust the process. Believe in yourself, guys. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
See ya.